Okay, back for part 2 of the Finnish feature presentation. This poem is entitled Today's Forecast, Astroland. Astroland is a sunny day whenever I pass by it, even on its rainiest. I always envision the Ferris wheel whenever I think about it, with a presence in an amusement park as a staple of rides, challenging our own humanity to reach the sky as well as our fear of heights. And if you really want to go sky high, zoom up the Astro Tower and then dare to jump out of your seat and reach for infinite flight. See the blue skies and white clouds, and if you're looking for God, fly higher. The Cyclone is an irreverent ride around the world in 5 minutes, leaving your stomach in knots while giving you a worldview most travelers can't afford to have as soulfully as you can. With the rough breezes whipping by you while the screams of excitement echo in your ears, the onomatopoeia flying in air traffic en route to LaGuardia Airport, where the passengers on the plane can absorb while lifting off for another one. Luna Park will give you adventures to go on that life ride that doesn't want to take you on. There are journeys where life takes us to places where our spirit kept from birth to death. But Luna is the real world you want to live in. Whereas adventure leads to eustress and a spirit gone from war-torn to gentrified through fun and play the way we always wanted to before we were told to stop. Come back to the playland that kept us young, which can be used as a fountain of youth. To reset ourselves to live in our youth in the mindset of children, forgetting we are adults. This turns back the clock to ensure we never grow up. Closure from a lustful nightmare. The more times I see her, I hurt inside. My heart is dead from unbearable pain. The more I thought of her, the more I cried. I sure wonder if I'll see her again. I begin to hold myself all around as the infatuation shocks one dear. At this point, I hover above the ground, floating into another atmosphere. In disbelief, my heart beats like a drum, feeling its strength pounding me into dust. I sure wonder where this is coming from, because damn, this feeling has soaked me into lust. With time progressing despite all of this, I leave this behind to return to bliss. I decided to love you. 'Twas the month of May in 2018 that a college classmate rattled my heart. Took a while though to feel this way. 4 years before she wasn't on my chart. Way back then, I became single-minded. I zipped through school while I met some students. No time for love, I studied and grinded. I was just too busy, not impudent. One day my abstinence from love vanished. The more I saw her, my soul pried open. I fell for her where I became famished. Hungry for romance, my heart had spoken. On a Wednesday night, my stomach quivered. After 4 short years, my heartstrings shivered. On the front lines of existence, a flurry of names torpedoed me last. As my heart absorbed the sharpest words heard, I caved the fuck in and relived my past. Back when I first felt the wrath of each word. While tapping into the sharpness of it, I also welcomed the joy it gave me. Having mixed feelings of each single hit, I stood still for each blow and didn't flee. Each shot I felt was like a stomach bug and got sicker with the pain that I kept. I got little sympathy, but no hug. Dealt with all through the dog days and wept. It was my ball and chain in many ways, as it left me shattered and in a daze. Has anyone ever felt like that? How many of you are working? How many of you are professionals here in Helsinki? How many of you have jobs, like work? How many of you have like really, like, are the bosses here nice?
Yeah.
They are?
Kind of.
Like you never had like a bad boss in your life? Never. I'm sure some of you have. I mean, I'm sure it varies in other places because you have a better work-life balance than most people do back home in New York, especially if you live in the city. Like if you're making a lot of money, you're going to be working a lot more, like because you have to work so hard to keep your castle afloat, right? But yeah, that's just the thing. I'm able to have a better work-life balance myself. That's why I've been able to write all this stuff. Here's another one that you might like. The goat, but at whose expense? Jumping out of the gym, walking on air, over the tallest man you'll ever see. About to throw it down without a care. Double teamed on the baseline, still breaks free. Can shoot and score anywhere on the floor. Stood up to the strong but bullied the weak. With sociopathic tactics galore, he became a conqueror at his peak. Feared and respected by all who saw him, a one-man army and omniscient. A corrupt winner-take-all man so grim, there's no one nearly as efficient. Wealthy enough to help others in mind, now a team owner. His mind's locked on greed. Okay, I can't just read songs all day. I should have something more. Sing. You guys excited for Christmas? I don't have a Christmas poem. For some reason I just don't have a Christmas poem. I don't know. I mean, I have love poems. I have like sad, I have like bitter poems about life and how, you're not always going to get your fair share. And I got like crushes with unrequited feelings in return, nothing in return. And I got just like stories that just swim in my head and I just write it out in poetry instead of prose. But yeah, here's another one. It's entitled Prison of Pleasure. Having me inside of you is like being in your prison, having one conjugal after another. The intimacy we give each other is a gift for our lives and the future of it. Giving love is a strength where greed for it enables us to want more from outside forces, especially those who have nothing to give, because they literally have nothing. or those who just don't want to. Escaping pain is easy just thinking of you. It's the pain that creeps up on me knowing I can't love you. I can only afford to be infatuated with you as thought is free. While clearing my mind of the day, only she makes mine for each and every. It's a time where listening to someone to help me forget about her, only before she runs into you in the hallway with a buddy like, "Hi, Tom. Hey, Tom." Warmth to her. One can only imagine how she must be when she throws down her hair, reaching for that moment to happen for me. Most guys may not see that in her, but I know she could, only if she wants to. Are you Pia? Are you Pia? Oh. She's a nice lady who allowed me to have this space. I just wanted to thank her personally. It's good to see you all again here in Finland. It's great here. The people are great. The architecture, that's what really hits the spot. No one really mentions that. Like, the people are nice and it's quiet. You have nice landmarks, but it's the architecture. Smoke. My love for you is a smoke show. Not only because it's not real, but because you're a smoke show. Where I have to brew so heavily on my bed, sighing with profuse desperation to get it out of my system because her smile overwhelms me, bringing my heart so much stress to illuminate my spirit, sending me in a social tailspin, driving me into anxiety, washed by a busy schedule to follow even when they're on your mind. But you still gotta catch the bus to work. My greatest performance is acting like I don't love, going through the motions to have myself, giving my dreams the safeguard it needs in protecting the innocent from the world, even when it has a hold of her anyway. Where she's tried and died, been tribulated enough to be congested with scars, ritzy enough to give her demigod status, but you still wonder who they really are. I feel for her with the back of my mind, curious about who she really is. Thinking about her makes me wonder if I'll ever make a connection with her, even for a short but sweet while.
Hey.
Hey. Omniscient. Anywhere, everywhere, and then some. I once saw you climb out of a chute of a mailbox before a raging gangster woke me up from this daydream. I happened to spot you driving by in that car. I couldn't help but notice you coming out of a pharmacy holding your green shopping bag with the recycle symbol printed on it. My only concern is where are you going to be tomorrow? I'll be taking my walk around the block, but when can I see you again? My 7th poetry collection, 5th full length, Unrequited, hits Amazon in June of 2026. Keep an eye out for it. It's a little over 6 months away. So pick up a copy when it's released. In the meantime, pounding hearts bring rattled cages. My pounding heart will rattle your rib cage on important days with panic attacks. My insides are so alive I can't sleep. My nervous emotions and pent-up rage will make you feel pensive, and that's a fact. My pounding heart will rattle your rib cage. These dangerous feelings make me a sage, as long as I keep my stillness intact. My insides are so alive I can't sleep. Tussling in bed as if I'm in a cage. This anxiety alone makes me crack. My pounding heart will rattle your rib cage. Every day as I advance with age, my heartbeat still ends up far out of whack. My insides are so alive I can't sleep. With each panicky war I've gone to wage, there's fear, cries for help, and no turning back. My pounding heart will rattle your rib cage. My insides are so alive, I can't sleep. A debt to our youth. People mourn losses of all sorts and types. 'Tis death, heartbreak, and defeat that brings shame. It's a process we bear to earn our stripes. We have nothing but our nature to blame. When our loved ones die, it's their time to go. When our lovers walk out on us, it's theirs. When we compete and lose, that pain is slow. When we suffer alone while no one cares. Life is all about losing anyway. We lose our health, our hair, our teeth, our sight, our speed, our breath, while we ache day by day. Except we can't mourn while we lose our might. As we leave us along with our resolve, we fail our youth where neither can evolve. War against the warless. Armed for war, searching vulnerable prey with weaponry used to eliminate. As for those unarmed, without any say, become the victim of relentless hate. Minding their own business, living free, just don't exist for people of color. Where roaming this land comes with a steep fee, as soldiers in the street comes a hover. Over those who strive only to survive, as it seems to be the recurring theme, where no one of the life may ever thrive. So much for the great American dream. As time goes on, this life becomes the norm for those who endure this ongoing storm. How about a couple of haikus, guys? I got one actually, but there's some other things I can read too. You guys like haikus? Okay. How about this one? Dwelling on angst. I can't get over how angry I feel right now, but I wish I could.
Se on ainakin parempi laulaa kuin
Wondering about today. How about this one? Wondering about today. It's not a haiku. Wondering about today. I'm wondering about today. How can I survive from decay? As each day I live helps me grow strong and brave to say no, to take the day without delay. I will wash away the power meant to kill me for each hour, building a fortress I hold dear. I'm wondering. Taking a deep breath isn't enough. It takes more than just being tough. Real affirmation for starters and adventures without borders. That's what gives life vigor. It's rough. I'm wondering. Here's another haiku. Empty wallet, spirit filled with hunger. My wallet's empty, but my spirit's hungrier than my own stomach. And then there's another sonnet. I've heard a lot of these today. I guess they sell. The Reckoning. A shining beam of sun melts the old snow, burning away at the layers of cold. Wintry white and warmness goes to show that love for the sunshine never gets old. No matter how bright it shines today, though, there's always a purging hole of sadness. If it doesn't dim, it will always glow as it embarks on a road to progress, in which the weather of the day beckons, which we must answer while embracing pain. As worldly troubles storm in, we reckon that our time to fight is now where we reign. So, as we feed off the rays of sunshine, we leave the gothic gloom of hurt behind. What do you think of that one? Pretty nifty, huh? How's it going tonight, guys? Great week so far? You guys ready for the Jokerit game tonight? They got Jimenez tonight, don't they? They started like half hour, 40 minutes. I see you don't watch a lot of TV here, but this place has been around for a while, so you must do more than just have jazz bands and poets come here to read and play. So you must be doing something right. Let's take a quick few-minute break. We'll come back with a little bit more. You are watching the Finnish feature presentation on my phone. Stay with us, as this presentation is brought to you part by Google Pixel. That's my